Hey, what is up guys, this is Cobb, and here is every single champ I'm looking to max out over the next few weeks in Raid, man. It's gonna be awesome. So I think it's really important to consider where your account is actually at when it comes to deciding which champs you're gonna be maxing out. For me, the answer's real simple. We're just stuck on Clan Boss, man. I'm pulling like, I don't know, 11 million, 12 million, sometimes 14 million-ish damage against Brutal Clan Boss. Not ideal. It is time to take care of this once and for all. And we're going to do that by building the Infinity Shield Wixwell Clan Boss team. I do have the components ready to go. Some of them are very, very sketchy. Some of them are very, very suboptimal. But of course, we will be starting off with Mr. Wixwell himself, who's up to level 39 at rank 5. This is going to be the first geek that we take up to 60. Wixwell is of course our newest legendary. He's going to help us out in Hydra as well as Clan Boss, of course, so he's going to skill into multiple areas of the game, which is great. And for Wixwell, it's really all about his infinite shield, as we already alluded to. So just to break that down real quick, the A3 gives increased defense and a shield buff on all allies for 2 turns. The value of the shield is proportional to this champion's defense, so the shield is going to start off pretty massive. We're also going to have someone on the team wearing a shield set going into Clan Boss, so it's even more shielding. Then we've got Wixwell increasing the duration of all buffs on allies for 1 turn, as we can see right here. Then increases the value of all shields on all allies. The value of each shield is increased proportional to the total number of buffs which had their duration increased. So he's actually bolstering up the duration and the potency of the shield buffs. We're then going to need 2 further champions with a 3-turn cooldown buff duration increase skill. One of those is going to be Miss Hellborn Sprite, which here she is. Isn't she lovely? There it is. On the A3, she's going to have that 3-turn cooldown, increase the duration of all ally buffs by 1 turn. And when ascended, also places an increase of a 15% crit rate buff on all allies for 2 turns as well. And the second and only champ I have, actually, that has that increase buff duration skill on a 3-turn cooldown is actually Valerie, which was not a champ I was planning on taking up to max at all. And honestly, I still might not, okay? She does have the, also, where is it? Increase the duration of all buffs on all allies by 1 turn. It places a weak version of increased attack, which it's not the best. Again, I'm not hyped about taking Valerie up to max. In fact, I might not. I will be taking Wixwell up first. I'm just going to leave Hellborn Sprite and Valerie probably at level 50 for a little while, and if, you know, a few weeks go by and I don't pull anything better, any kind of epic champs that have the same skill but better, then fine, you know, I might go ahead and actually push these gals up to 60. And you know what, I'm actually going to start, like, favoriting these champs as I go, to just add them to a little favorites list, so that way I can just keep real easy track of what I'm maxing up. Next up, there are a bunch of epics that, oh, well, epics and legendaries that I want to be able to take up to max as well. But to be honest, I really, really badly need help in the finite dungeon. I just haven't leveled anybody to take care of that. An option that we have is Lordly Legionary, which is of course a free epic that we've got our hands on. Very, very solid into normal mode finite for at least getting you started a little bit. But at the same time, he sort of just sucks everywhere else in the game outside of Finite's castle. So I'm not super excited about the idea of maxing this guy out and taking him up. A couple of rare options that I do have that I'm a little bit more pumped about, and I'd love to get your guys' thoughts and opinions on this, by the way. Help me out with this one. We've got Prosecutor, who is a decent Fire Knight starter champ, decent into Faction Wars as well. She's got a double hitter on the A1, with each hit having a 30% chance bucked of decreasing turn meter by 10%. Not bad, okay. And on her A2, she's also got an attack all enemies with a 75% chance of placing decreased speed for a couple of turns. Also, just very, very nice into rare secret rooms, stuff like that. Faction Wars, all of that. My Faction Wars and High Elves is really, really bad as well, so she would help out with that for a while to come. And she's even got a triple hitter on the A3, which we could use as an opener into Fire Knight to get the actual shield stacks down. So, hey, Prosecutor is a reasonable option. Now, the alternative is good old Crimson Slayer. Really, really like this gal as well. She's got a triple hitter on the A1, which is sweet. It also has a chance to place sleep as well, at a 50% chance per hit. And because she has a chance to place that sleep debuff, she's obviously very, very good as well into Sand Devil's Necropolis right here. And so, yeah, she's definitely got potential to help me out in other areas of the game as well. Also, yeah, on the A2, when ascended up, when bugged up, she has a 100% chance of placing or rather decreasing the target's turn meter by 50%. which again, very, very good into Fire Knight too, man. So, God, I don't know, man. I think I'm leaning towards leveling Crimson Slayer next, even if I just get her up to level 50 and just help me out a little bit into Fire Knight. What do you guys think, man? Crimson Slayer, Prosecutor, or Lordly Legionary? Who do we rank up to help us out in Fire Knight? Probably not all the way up to level 60, whichever one I pick. But yeah, your guys' input on that would help me out a ton. Oh my god. Dude, check out my Guardian ring, by the way. I just recently filled it up this morning. Oh, look at how great this is, man. I've got a bunch of just fusion component champs in here now, and they all started off in here at level 1. So they all get upgrades at exactly the same time. So I'm just checking in once an hour or something like that, you know. Get to spam clicking all these, get that dopamine. Oh, yo, it feels good. Hey man, speaking of dopamine, have you already, or have you not, used the promo code GameLeap? If you haven't, go ahead, input code GameLeap. Help support the channel, and also get your hands on 100,000 silver, 1 free energy refill, and 10 free experience brews. And if you have already used it yourself, well, make sure to go ahead and post it in your clan chat and help out your clanmates as well. And as always, if you are a new player just getting started in Raid Shadow Legends, or you're looking to create a alternate second account, maybe a free-to-play account or something like that, then go ahead and start that new account by clicking on the promo link down below at the top of the video description. Doing so will start off your fresh new account with a free epic champion and a whole bunch of starting freebies. It's the best way possible to kickstart your new raid adventure, man. Okay, which additional champs am I looking to take up to max that? Maybe just a little bit lower priority, at least on my list right now, for what I feel like my account needs. One of them is got to be Luria. I feel like this gal just has enough versatility to really warrant maxing her up. Of course, she has the good old attack all enemies on the A2, which has that chance of placing that freeze debuff for 1 turn. Very, very nice into Arena, just a good bit of control. And of course, enemies killed by this skill cannot be revived. Also good into Arena, additionally good into Ice Golem. Actually, what I'm mostly using Luria for right now is just the buff removal. That's it. Just for magic keep, just for farming magic potions. That's all I'm really using her for right now, but I feel like I'm kind of underutilizing Luria. And yeah, getting her up to 60 would really open up the amount of content that she can really, really help me out in. So she is on the list to max out. God, Bone Knight is on the list to feed and use as food. Probably in like the next champ training event or whatever. This is realistically a champ whose time is done. Another champ, dude, that I'm increasingly wishing I would just get up off my ass and max out is Lady Annabelle. I am actually right now stuck in Doom Tower. I'm just stuck, dude. Which, by the way, it doesn't take a lot for me to be stuck. My account's 3 months old. You know, I'm going to hit these barriers quite often, right? I'm stuck against Bommel right now. I just can't beat Bommel. He just eradicates me. He just annihilates me. I can't just like brute force my way through him in time. I just don't have the damage to do that. I just don't have the damage to bulldoze my way through it, man. So having a Lady Annabelle maxed up, good old regen set, as much health as possible, and just having her solo Bommel for me would be really, really good right about now. And yeah, at the end of the day, it's one champ that you've got to max up to kind of unlock an entire area of the game, or either just completely circumvent an entire barrier in the game that is Bommel the Dreadhorn. So yeah, she's definitely on the list to take care of, man. And honestly, there's a few more champs here that I would love to be able to blast up. I mean, goddamn Chani. God, even Bival. Like, Bival, dude, I've had Bival forever. Got him up to 50. Yeah, I'm gonna max this guy out next. And then he's always just taking a backseat to everybody else. I kind of feel bad for the guy, man. He's a pretty darn good legendary provoker, you know? I do have some champs as well that have sort of dropped in priority as well, I suppose. Of course, Sepulchre Sentinel, I was leveling this gal for use in Clan Boss, and then Wixwell came about and was like, okay, plans change, you know, let's make the Infinity Shield team. So she's kind of just gonna be left by the wayside for a little while. Same thing with Bulwark as well. For a time, I was thinking, okay, maybe Bulwark can be, and then I pulled Sepulchre Sentinel, so then she replaced Bulwark. And now Sepulchre Sentinel has been replaced by Wixwell. So yeah, leveling by kind of the backbone of my Clan Boss team. There's been many, many change of plans along the way, which sucks because it's a lot of wasted resources. But yeah, I don't think that we're going to be getting a hop-up from Wixwell anytime soon. So I'm increasingly confident that this is going to be the old man that we max up next. God damn it, man. There's so much stuff I want to level in just such little time. What can I say, man? Skull Crusher with his crazy counterattack capabilities. I want to level the hell out of this guy. Siege Hulk. I know this guy hits like an absolute truck, and I'm excited to max out him as well. Who else have we got, man? Old Hermit Yorg. Dude, this guy might be ugly as hell. He's a damn good orc support, man. Chance to play his HP Ben on the A1. He's got the increased attack and 10 meter fill, and then a double revive plus perfect veil buff on the A3. Dude, this guy, there's just too much to level in this game, dude. It's so little time. Okay, but you know what? I'm gonna leave him off the favorites list for now. I don't want to bite off more than I can chew. This is the favorites list as it currently exists, which if we just go into here, there it is, man. Okay. I think that's a decent favorites list to get started. I think I'll be going with, what the hell's their name again? Crimson Slayer. I think I'll be going with Crimson Slayer to help me out in Fire Knight. Maybe, probably, kind of. If you guys call me an idiot in the comments and all that good stuff, then maybe I'll change my tune on this a little. But I just feel like she can help out in many, many areas of the game. And so maybe it's Crimson Slayer that I'll be going with ahead of Lordly Legionary, which for a noob, that feels like a big call to be making, man. But I'm going to go ahead and make it. And then if I stand corrected, I stand corrected, man. But hey, that's the plan. I'm currently building up a crap load of food champs. I'm going to be ready for the next champ training event. It's going to be sweet. And my question to y'all is, who are you guys looking to max up next? It's always interesting to hear the different phases of the game that people are sort of struggling with and are trying to build to beat. Let me know down below. While you're down there, why not hit like on the video and also subscribe to the channel? It would be awesome to have you on board, man. For now, thanks for watching, guys. Again, if you are looking to start off a new raid account, make sure to do so by clicking on the promo link down below at the top of the video description to jumpstart your new account with a free epic champ and a whole bunch of starting freebies. It's going to be sweet. Do enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to catch all of you guys just a tad bit later, man.